Facebook hiring process, steps and preparation guide. If you are seeking to join by clearing the Facebook hiring process, then now it's an excellent moment because it's still growing. Facebook has been growing and 10,000 new employees were employed globally in 2018. It calls for the question, what does Facebook hiring process look like and how I boost my chances of being approved? Given the number of individuals who want to work for Facebook, keep listening and we'll give you the answer. For more episodes, please subscribe, like our channel and press the bell icon for notifications. Things to do prior to your Facebook job interview. Refer to the below mentioned information to get a better understanding of what must be done before the Facebook recruitment process. Update your resume. You should start by updating your resume, include metrics and deliverables. Being concise, demonstrating how your work connects to the position, and customizing it to the job description will better indicate how you are a fit for the position. Choose your language accordingly. Like most of other IT companies, Facebook does not specify which language you must be fluent in, but you must be at least one C, C++, Python, Java, and a few more popular languages are acceptable. It is best to choose and stick with the language in which you feel most at ease. Screening with a recruiter. If the recruiter likes your resume, they will either email you or connect with you on LinkedIn. They will now inquire as to your availability for a phone call. Since you seem to be up to speed on both coding and technical matters, it would be ideal for you to arrange this straight away. Telephone technical Facebook recruitment process. After the recruiter has pre-screened, he or she will arrange for you to speak with a Facebook software developer over the phone. The duration of the call conversation will be between 45 to 60 minutes. It will be divided into 4 sections: introduction, career goals, coding, and other questions at the conclusion. Introductions and career ambitions should be at least 5 to 10 minutes. The next part, Facebook recruitment process, is coding section, where you will have around 30 to 35 minutes to answer a few questions using online collaborative editor like CoderPad. Be ready for ambiguous questions. The interviewer wants to examine your approach, the kinds of questions that you ask, and how you handle limitation or needs. Most of the topics covered the Facebook interview process will be data structures, algorithm, and temporal complexity. Data structures are important to understand. Hash tables, hash maps, stacks, queues, graphs, trees, heaps, lists, array, and more. Algorithm to be aware of: dynamic programming, merge sort, quick sort, binary search, and breadth first search, divide and rule. How to prepare for technical interview process. Utilize your time wisely. Don't start formulating a remedy straight now. Think carefully about how you can create the best possible answer in the allowed time. Clearly state your position, perhaps even more crucial than answering the question correctly. When provided hints, use them. They could provide you with a suggestion if you run into trouble. In-person interview. You will have about 4 to 5 45-minute interview following your initial 2 interviews. You typically have 2 interviews for coding, 2 for system design, and 1 for cultural fit. Facebook divides its interview questions into the following 3 categories: interview for a ninja coding, interview for a pirate system design, JEDI behavioral assessment. Interview for Ninja Coder. You should anticipate that this coding interview will be more challenging than the phone interview. The portion will take you around 45 minutes to complete. The first 5 minutes or so will be used for introductions. The next 35 would be used to complete 1 or 2 coding tasks on a whiteboard. And the final 5 minutes will set aside for any questions you may have. System design interview, pirate interview. A 45-minute design interview is scheduled. You will spend the interview chatting and doing drawings on a whiteboard. These seldom ever include code. The interview will normally save the final 5 minutes, as with all the interviews, for your questions. The goal of this hiring process at Facebook is to evaluate your capacity to address a challenging engineering design issue. Example of Facebook job interview process questions for system design. How would you create a video streaming service like Netflix, Prime, or Twitch? JD interview, which is a behavioral or coding interview. The emphasis here is primarily on behavioral questions, but if the interviewer don't feel like they've fully grasped your coding abilities, they could throw in one quick code question to support the coding interviews. It is crucial to have examples prepared for this part of the hiring process at Facebook that demonstrate your ability to lead a team, make an impact, etc. Keep in mind, there are 5 key ideals while you respond to behavioral questions. More quickly, be courageous, concentrate on the fact, be open, and create social value. The question to ask now, why it is different. Check out in the rest of our episode why Facebook hiring process for engineers are different. Hiring grades. For entry-level software development employment at E3, Facebook employs software engineers right out of college. The levels range from E3 to E9, with E5 being considered as entry-level management position. System design interview. Applicants with 3 to 5 years of work experience working as software engineers are sometimes the only ones asked about system design problems at many big tech companies. However, you may prepare for these questions regardless of the skill level for which you are Facebook interviewing. Using structured interviews. The Facebook interview process has the advantage of pairing you with people who have either held the position you are looking for or who are now closely involved with it. Behavioral interview and your guiding principles. In addition of assessing your programming skills, your interview will also be looking at how well you exhibit the 5 fundamental principles, which are move quickly, be daring, focus on impact, build social value, and be open. Some additional tips to consider. It's preferable, in our opinion, to avoid attempting to remember specific question for hiring process at Facebook. There are no miracle cues. Companies at this scale always strive to remain ahead of the curve and attempt new things. The question they pose to themselves change over time. Your interview question will always be influenced by the recruiting manager and the team. Instead, it's essential to start with the basic so you can comprehend the underlying ideas and confidently respond to even and familiar interview questions. That's all for today's episode. If you have any questions about this episode, feel free to write it in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and give this episode a thumbs up. It will allow the algorithm to promote our channel. Thank you for listening, and I will see you in the next episode.